Trail. This is Mrs. Archer with your daily Wildcat Wire news. Today is Friday, December 4th, 2020. Please join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We would like to wish a very happy birthday to TJ M, Kiara B, and Troy S. We would also like to wish Genevieve D, Jacob L, and Natalie S a happy birthday as they are celebrating this weekend. Today, the weather is partly cloudy with a high of 42 degrees. This month, our students of the month were the following students from Mrs. Schmidt. In 6th grade, Charlie Reynolds and Zafira Perez. In 6th grade from Mrs. Sizuski, we have Mira T and Marcos T. In 7th grade from Miss Fritz, we have Serena S and Alex P. From Mr. Majewski in 8th grade, Josh A and Madeline H. From Mrs. Casagrande in 7th grade, Ariana M and Alexi M. From Miss LeClaire, we have a 6th grader, Adon V, and Naomi M, also a 6th grader. From Mr. Neubauer in 7th grade, we have Travis T and Mackenzie H. From Mr. Sartori, 8th grade, Lauren M. From Miss Bilo in 7th grade, Justin K. And from Miss Dema, 6th grade, Charlie Perez. So congratulations to all our winners. Let's talk about our Holly Jolly door decorating contest, which I love. Send your pics to Miss Ferris by Friday, December 11th to enter. We are looking for the craziest and most creative door decorations you can come up with. Be creative with the materials you use. Have an old milk jug? No, you don't. Have a cute little snowman? Empty soda cans? I don't think so. You've got some shiny little bells and ornaments. Use your imagination and you could win a prize. The Plainfield cheerleaders are collecting toys for their annual toy drive. They are collecting new unwrapped toys from now until December 10th. Donations can be dropped off at Indian Trail in the front bin. Donations will be given to the Forest Park Community Center in Joliet to be distributed to local needy families. The Indian Trail Student Council is partnering with Plainfield Central Student Council on a book drive. All this week and next, feel free to drop off gently used children's books, picture books, or chapter books for young readers in the bin outside of Indian Trail. Those who donate have a chance to be entered in a raffle to win a Visa gift card. All collected books will be donated to local families in need. Talk to your parents to see if you have any donations, and let's help out those in need this holiday season. So this week's thoughts from the bike. This week and next week are the two hardest weeks in my challenge. The rides get harder, they're longer, and you know, Mrs. Archer, any kind of educator, you get extra credit if you do a 60-minute ride instead of the 45 minutes. So those I've been doing this week as well. So the rides are typically rated on a difficulty scale of 1 to 10, and most of them this week were rated at an 8 or higher. So I wasn't looking forward to them at all. I texted my friend Kelly right at the beginning of the ride, and when I saw the graph, I even said to her, I'm like, I think I might die today. She's like, dieable? Maybe, but definitely doable. The first 30 minutes weren't horrible, but the last 15 were tough. The resistance was up there. I just kept telling myself that I had to do this interval only 4 times. If I can do 1, I can do 2. And after that, I was halfway through. Then on 3, I said, I already did this twice. I can certainly do it 1 more time. Even then, by the time I was on 4, I thought to myself, well, why would I give up now? I've already done 3. I just kept pushing my way. Then I thought, I only have 1 more, so why would I quit now? So then a lot of different emotions kind of kept coming through my head. And then by the time I was thinking about all those things, I realized that the ride was over. So I kept just reminding myself to just push myself through. And at the end of the ride, I thought to myself, this was very humbling. So I thought that was going to be my thought for this week, was being humble and showing humility towards others. This year has taught us that in so many different shape and ways and forms. So what does it mean to be humble? To not be proud even though you have success. If someone is humble, they might let someone ahead of them in line because they can see that other person is in a hurry. In sports, an athlete who credits their own personal success to their teammates shows humility. Being humble and showing acts of humility are two things I try to do both in my job and my personal life. Humility is that genuine act of gratitude towards others and not being boastful about yourself. So last week during the Thanksgiving holiday, I was pretty sad that I didn't get to spend Thanksgiving with my family. It was the first time I had ever spent Thanksgiving without my parents. And then I remembered, I have to put this in perspective. I have parents who I can celebrate Thanksgiving with. Not everybody has that luxury. And it humbles me every week when I think of the 640 of you who are listening and those of you who take the time to answer those questions, because I know you have a lot better things to do. But it really does warm my heart, and it humbles me that you think that you can take your time out of the day to answer those questions. So one of the things that I try to do in practicing to be humble would be to spend time listening to others and what they have to say. Focus on the present, not what's going to happen in the future or what happened in the past. I need to be present in my thoughts, be grateful for what I have, ask for help when I need it, get feedback from others on a regular basis as to how I can improve, and think of my own actions against the language of pride. So the things that I do, I don't want to be prideful about them, but I just say that you're doing them, not because you want something in return. Another important part of being humble is acknowledging when you make mistakes and are open to others' viewpoints and ideas, and not always focusing on yourself and what is good for you or make excuses for your actions. This can be practiced in your classes when working with groups or when you were corrected by a teacher or a coach. So I tried to put this into perspective because, my son, I've told you a lot about my son before. He's 15 and he plays both baseball and basketball. And I think he's very humbled in basketball because basketball does not come as easily to him as baseball does. But I can tell you, every time he has a baseball game where he pitches and has a really great game and they don't win, he will get in the car and complain about how this kid didn't do that, the ump made a bad call, his coach said something to him about what he did wrong, but didn't tell the other 10 kids about what they did wrong. And it's always something. And I said to him, I feel like you need to you spend a very short amount of time acknowledging your own responsibility in this game. I try to shift his focus to start to think about what he can do to be a better player. The only people we can control in our lives are ourselves, right? So I remind him of all those things that he was complaining about. They very may well be true. That is true that kid missed that play. The ump was kind of making, he was calling, balls in the strike zone, whatever it may be. Or the coach did. I did hear the coach yell at him and not the other kid when he made the mistake. So let's talk about how you can improve next time, so that you can improve all of those things and be a better teammate. Because I think in the end, that's really what we all want to do. And it shows to you, it humbles you as a person to come together as a team. So here's what I want you to think about this week. What are ways that you can work on being humble and practicing humility in your own daily life? Okay, it can be even with your family or a team that you're, or a sibling, right? Sometimes it's really hard to be humble and show humility to our siblings. Or it can be how you practice humility with your team, okay? So with that, I want to move on to our Wheel of Fun. So this was like 2 weeks ago, I feel like, we had Mrs. Archer's Wheel of Fun. It was Who is Your Celebrity Crush? So we have 3 winners this week. Sebastian C. The other thing was, who is that person that you are going to call on to kind of like hold you accountable for all of your goals? And you said your dad. And then his celebrity crush was Charlie D'Amelio. Now, I had no idea who that was, so I had to look it up, which I found fascinating because the next winner was in 7th grade, Isabella M., who she said her person that's going to hold her accountable is her mom, but she said her celebrity crush was Chase Hudson, which when I looked him up had a crush with the person that Sebastian listed. So all you YouTube people, I guess maybe that's what I need to do is become YouTube famous. And then finally, our 8th grade winner was Daniela T. She said that her dad was that person who tells her a lot about motivational speakers and gives her great advice. And then she had too many celebrity crushes to pick, which I totally get that. But I listed one was Tom Holland. So with that, this week, let's see what our Wheel of Fun brings us. Oh, it's fall, y'all. I should have changed it because now it's almost winter. So I want you to tell me your favorite thing about winter. What's something that you like to do outside, something somewhere you like to go in the winter time. Maybe it's like skiing or something like that. So tell me what your favorite thing about winter is. That about wraps it up for us here today. Remember that today is a B Day and be sure to attend your B Day Encore classes. Thank you again for watching and remember to start each day with a positive attitude, face new challenges, and always rise above. Have a great day and an even better weekend, Wildcats. See you soon.